Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sub 30 series. This episode is episode 4, and we are going to be discussing Stronghold navigation and a few extra stuff that I've thought would be good to throw in here. So let's get right into it. In preparation for this episode, I went through 31 different strongholds and navigated all of them and compiled a data list. So that was pretty cool. And I did 31 because one of them did not have an end portal, so I went through 30 end portals, which unfortunately means that some of them will not have an end portal. A little sad, but that's just something you'll have to deal with. So you can see here we're in a very large cave, and there's this cartoonishly looking stone blob in front of us here. This is a stronghold. Mojang decided it would be a good idea to kind of like make a bunch of stone layers around a stronghold when they're in a cave like this, so that way they're not exposed. But you can still very easily tell it's a stronghold. So if you ever see this, you know now that it is a stronghold. Looking down this little chute here, yeah, it's a stronghold. Pretty cool. So again, I've gone through 30 different portals, 31 different strongholds. So I thought it'd be cool to do that. And theoretically, if you want to add in my sub 30s as well, I've navigated 58 different strongholds, 28 of them in survival, and probably even more in some other runs. So I've navigated quite a few. However, I decided compiling a data list to be a good idea. So let's get down to some basics here. This is the 5-way room that you're always going to see when you first enter the stronghold, right after the starter staircase. So you can see here on both sides there's deep slate on one side, right? Like there's deep slate right there. And that means that there's a hidden room on not the side behind me, but the side to the right of me. You can see on the upper, this would be the upper left, the top left side, and there's the hidden room. So the stone was on the bottom left, meaning that there's going to be a hidden room on the top left. On the opposite side, the opposite is true. Right? There's stone on the top right, so there would be a hidden room on the bottom right. It works in reverse as well. Now, this particular one, you can very easily see that there is a hidden room there that starts right here. And the two of them I just showed you are duds, like they don't lead anywhere, but just note they can have the end portal behind them. So this is just a room to test your knowledge. Let's see what's going on. So there's deep slate here on both sides, both the bottom right and the top left. So there'll be a hidden room on the top right and the bottom left. You could pause here if you need more time to kind of soak that in. However, we're going to move on to the actual navigation part of the stronghold. So this is the starter staircase. This is the first room that you see. And in my data collection, if you count the starter room here, not the starter staircase, but this 5-way room, the end portal is 7.7 rooms deep. Now, obviously, you can't have 0.7 of a room, so I decided to find the median instead, and that number was 7, not 8, which I'm pretty sure that's because of outliers. The lowest nav was 5, and the highest nav was 15. So the end portal is somewhere between 5 and 15 rooms deep. Now you can see here on the right, bottom right has stone, so that means top right there's going to be a hidden room. These left ones you don't have to worry about. So automatically you're only down to 2 ways in the stronghold you can go, and that would be the top right and the center. Now it's often thought of that you should go down the center in order to find the stronghold. Find the end portal very fast. And you can find the end portal very fast if you go down the center. However, it's not, statistically speaking, more likely to have the end portal room. It's just very fast nav if you go that way. Actually, if you go down the center, the end portal is more likely to be closer, about 5 or 6 rooms deep only, instead of being like 7. So now how do you count rooms? It's very, very simple. So you see this 5-way would be 1 room. The waterfall down there would be the next room, and you just count. And if you get very deep in the stronghold, you're not gonna have fun. You should probably come back and use process of elimination. Unfortunately, we don't have the F3 screen like Java has, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to try to find the end portal. There is not really a trick to it, and I tried a whole lot of different tests trying to find if there is a way to know which way the end portal is, and there just isn't, unfortunately. So, how do you go about finding the end portal? So again, you have to break down the rooms. Think you should always have this back of your mind, right? This one is 1, the waterfall is 2, and you should just count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until you get to about 10, I'm gonna say. Once you get 10, you should probably head back to a closer room to 0 and then go back out to 10. And then you're going to use process of elimination to eventually find the end portal room. Now in this particular stronghold, the center has a 50% chance to have the end portal, and so does the top right, I'm going to say. Because there's no other ways to go. So you can very easily eliminate a whole lot of different ways from your judgment here. So going down here, you can see, as I was talking about, this waterfall is the second room. I'm going to go down this staircase. The staircase will be room number 3. This waterfall will be room number 4. And any one of these, where these iron bars could be the end portal. So, because the lowest number is 5 that I've experienced. So you can see here, this would be 5, and this would be 6, and you could actually look down and see like 7, 8. This one would be 7, and this would be 8 here, and you can very easily look around and spot other things. So I should be entering like 9 territory there, same there. So you don't actually need to be in every room. If you want to go to 10, or at least be able to see to room 10, that's a good idea, I'd say. Because most often the end portal is not going to be any more than like 10 rooms deep. Again, the average is 7.7. So you can see here we're just trying to walk around the stronghold and be counting the rooms in the back of our head here. So you can see we're coming down here. We're trying to get to, I think that was room 11, and we're just gonna come back up here. And this is not what you should be doing in a survival run. Don't fly. Cheating is bad. However, you should be coming back up here and going, okay, let's go back to a closer room to 0 and then try again, because if you're going to press to room 16, 17, you're probably not going to find it. All right, so let's go back up the staircase. Remember, this waterfall, this first one was room number 2. And we went through all the rooms down there. So this staircase would be number 3, this staircase would be number 4, and there's the end portal. So this was very easy. This is only room number 5. All right, so we've gone over Stronghold navigation. Now I want to tell you about some other things. So there is pixel perfect travel that exists in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It is the same thing as Java. You can actually throw 2 eyes, and using calculator, you can manage to know roughly where the stronghold is. So that's pretty cool. However, I've never used it in a run, because mostly they're always under villages. It's not like, you're going to go to 2,000, 2,300 or something like that. You're just going to see a village and go, oh yeah, the stronghold's here, and then throw an eye. Now, when the eye goes down, right, supposing you didn't do stronghold first, if you throw an eye at a village and it goes down, it will go down in the corner of 3 blocks, or 4 blocks. And you're going to want to go to the even coordinate. So 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 on each coordinate, both X and Z. And that is where you will dig down, because that is always where the beginning of the starter staircase is. It will actually hit a corner if you do that. If you don't do sprints and you throw an eye instead, and then you use the even trick and dig straight down, you will hit the corner of the starter staircase. Now, pixel perfect travel, I didn't really describe too well, because I don't know it too well, frankly. You can talk to Emerald, not the ore or the mineral, but the person. I will leave a link to the channel in the description. You can talk to him about it. So, with that being said, I don't really think there's anything else to talk about in terms of Stronghold Nav. If you think I missed something, or you want something better explained, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will try my best to respond to it. So, stay tuned. The Nether is next.